Support college affordability by attending these 2 shows.
Days after returning to the United States, the Americans freed in a prisoner swap with Russia are adjusting back to life at home. Fox's Mike Tobin.
The 3 Americans first touched down at Joint Base Andrews before midnight on Thursday. 3 people are Evan Gershkovich, Paul Whelan, and Alsu Kurmasheva. Then they flew all night to get here to the Brooke Army Medical Center, where they have begun their reintegration. Meantime, former President Trump on the campaign trail has been very vocal criticizing the prisoner swap that freed the American prisoners.
I'd like to congratulate Vladimir Putin for having made yet another great deal. They released some of the greatest killers anywhere in the world, some of the most evil killers they got, and we got our people back, but boy, we make some horrible, horrible deals.
White House spokesman John Kirby on Fox News Sunday acknowledged they made hard decisions with the swap.
And this comes as lawmakers are concerned that Russian President Vladimir Putin could make a habit out of capturing Americans to get what he wants from the United States. All eyes are in the Middle East for potential regional conflict. Fox's John Scott has the latest.
The Middle East remains on edge as Israel braces for possible retaliatory strikes by Iran or one of its proxies. The threat comes after a senior Hamas leader was assassinated and a top Hezbollah military commander was killed last week. Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah have been exchanging fire across Lebanon's border as the region waits to see what unfolds. The U.S. is urging Americans in Lebanon to leave.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin ordered the USS Abraham Lincoln strike group, the destroyers and cruisers, to the Middle East to help Israel defend itself from a potential attack. And Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky showing off the first F-16 fighter jet his country got from Western allies to assist in the war against Russia. Zelensky saying that the jets will no doubt boost his country's effort in the ongoing conflict. I'm Sue Guzman. This is Fox News.
Fox Facts. From ham and cheese to peanut butter and jelly, sandwiches have been enjoyed in various forms for thousands of years. It was often ordered simply as meat and bread or cheese and bread. The term sandwich has only been used to describe this food since the late 18th century. It originated from English politician John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, who was an avid gambler. Legend has it that in 1762 he was so engrossed in a card game that he requested his meat be served between 2 slices of bread. This allowed him to continue playing without using utensils or getting greasy fingers. Others, seeing this clever idea, began ordering, quote, the same as sandwich, eventually shortening it to just sandwich. The concept caught on and the name stuck, evolving into the common term we use today for this portable and versatile food item. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Visitors Bureau, in collaboration with Choice Broadcasting, bring you Tanel Live on Guam. Join us for 2 shows. Thursday, September 5th for a tropical night with Tanel, an intimate unplugged VIP show at the Hotel Nico Guam. And Saturday, September 7th for the general concert at Jeff's Pirates Cove. Enjoy the beautiful concert space down south, complete with UOG booths and vendor pop-ups. Tickets on sale at Guam time.
In a world where our cuisines unite, the Colonel has joined together your favorite extra crispy KFC fried chicken with an authentic hot and sweet Korean glaze, bringing you KFC's Korean fried chicken for a limited time.
It's back here on Guam. Try KFC's Korean fried chicken, and also available in Korean chicken strips. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Veterans with Benefits, now live on 93.3 FM, The Point. Now with your hosts, Anthony Tyron and Karina Ballista.
Hapa day. Welcome back. We missed you, Jose.
We're back.
Yes, we are back.
Good to be back here.
Yes. So we'll start with our sponsors. Ambrose Inc., Hebzibah Clinic, American Legion, Guam Eco Services, Zuilo.org, Domino's, Dugout and Good Company. And I want to say happy birthday to my brother, Victor Taitsino.
Yay.
Yay. And did you want to say?
I wanted to say hello to Aaliyah and Knox.
All right. And then, of course, we'll start with Veteran of the Week, Ignacio Evangelista, a.k.a. Ike. He joined the Army in November 1977 at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, then to AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training, also in South Carolina, Fort Jackson. His military occupation specialties were a light wheel mechanic, power generation mechanic, and wheel vehicle repairer. His assignments included he was a recruiter for 45 days. Then from 78 to 80, he was at the 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He qualified for an air assault badge. Oh, wow. Then September 1980 to 84, he was at U.S. Army Ascent in the Netherlands, and his duty was a motor sergeant. Then in February to September, he was the 101st Airborne Division. He was at the 101st Airborne Division in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and his duty was motor sergeant. His term of active duty service ended in September 1984. He then continued to serve as a reservist from January 1985 until May of 1985 in the Guam Army National Guard. He was then honorably discharged in May of 1985. His civilian service included working Anderson Air Force Base at the 36th Transportation Squadron, then the 36th Services Squadron, and then he retired in March of 2013. He now, and everyone should know him, owns the 671 Kettle Corn. You can see him at all of the events. He's always at Chamorro Village. He's sometimes at the Navy Base Guam. And he also, he calls it his sideline hobby, but he also does EFIT wood carvings with his son, right, his son. And then his personal philosophy is he is committed to staying active. So let's honor his service and thank him for his service. And he gets a pizza from Domino's. Did you want to say? And then a meal from Dugout. Yes, from Drew. Thank you, Drew.
Very good. Well, I mean,
he should have just gotten it for bringing kettle corn to Guam.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
awesome.
good. My favorite is caramel. Every time I see him, he gives me free popcorn. He also brought some popcorn to our boot camp. Was it 30?
Yes.
Boot camp 30. He gave kettle corn to every single person that attended.
It's an experience. You have to have it warm.
So
It's awesome.
So good. So good.
Yes. It reminds you that you're there at an event and you have to have fun. Right?
Exactly.
So it helps you to feel good, I guess, is what we have to say about that. Yeah, he's a very, very nice, humble veteran. And just so we know, if he was doing some, what was it called, air assault training, many of our folks would think that that kind of training probably doesn't affect you. But if you do it often enough, there's a lot of fast roping, rappelling, landing from, the fast roping is usually not something that's always exact and always on a very level ground when you're getting to the bottom of that fast roping. So there, it's not as strenuous as people would think when you compare it to jumping out of a plane and doing the airborne kind of operations. So you still consider all the things that you have to go through, a lot of musculoskeletal things that could be affected, your feet, your ankles, your knees, hips, back, neck, and once in a while your shoulders and elbows. But anyway, I'm sorry I get caught up with this getting all your claims filed. But something just exactly the same as, filing your claim is the election. Hey, now that was something. Although there was a low turnout, you know, some folks did get out there and did do their thing. We also had, let's see, I have the unofficial results, and there were 60,313 registered voters, and of those, only 18,793 casted their votes. Okay, of that, 13,131 were Democrat, and 4,807 were Republican. Again, this is unofficial, okay? They also had some crossovers, ballots cast, so there were 847 of them, and then there were 8 blank ballots that were cast. So the voter turnout, based on what I'm reading, was 31.16%. So as it relates to what's really going on, I mean, so the way I have it written here, they have the Dems for Democrats first. So it goes Dem Guam legislature. So, of course, our top vote getters on the Democratic side were Therese Terlahi, Chris Barnett, Joe San Agustin. By the way, Joe San Agustin is a veteran. So that's always important for us veterans to know, and this is a veteran show. So he is a veteran. We have number 4 was Tina Barnes. Now, Tina is the spouse of a veteran and the mother of veterans. So she's got a lot of veteran background with regard to, and she's also part of the U.S. Veterans Affairs Committee.
She was appointed.
She was
by the congressman.
By the congressman, okay?
With Vince, yes.
And as well as Vince. So, William Parkinson, then Sabina Perez, Roy Kinata, then Dwayne San Nicolas. Dwayne San Nicolas is also a veteran. They have Angela Santos. I don't believe Angela is a veteran. I think her brother might be. I could be wrong on that. David Crisostomo. No. So David Crisostomo, not sure. Next would be Dave Duenas. Somebody might have whispered to me that Dave Duenas might be a veteran. I'm not sure. And then that wraps it up for that side. They had write-in totals of 3,177. And it says total votes cast was 79,408. That's adding them all up. Overvotes was 120. Undervotes, 117,437.
Okay. Are you done?
No, not yet. We got a lot of stuff to talk about with this.
Well, I mean, with the election stuff.
No, not quite yet.
Because, you know, summary is get out and vote.
Well, yeah, and that was just the primary, and it's pretty pretty interesting that a lot of people weren't motivated to get out and vote. I mean, even the number of people. I mean, we said this early on. I said we could only get 11 Democrats. We could only get 14, and there was a bit of a push for some of these folks to come on, and they were doing some write-ins, right? So I'll go down real quick on the Democrat side and maybe see which ones are veterans here, if you don't mind. So over in the Asan Maina district, both Frankie Salas and Leslie San Nicolas are both veterans. So in that race, the current mayor garnered the 200 votes, and Leslie got 91. Okay. Then we'll move on down. PD, it's not showing anything for PD. On the Democratic side, it shows 13 write-in votes. On this one, it shows in Hoggett District, Mark Charfras. So Mark Charfras is a veteran.
Yes.
Okay. We move on to Santa Rita on the Democrat side. It looks like Dale Alvarez Jr. Took the Democrat side. He's a veteran also. I don't believe Anthony Nicholas or Gil Leon Guerrero are veterans. Okay. Humatek, Gilbert Uggan, I believe he's a retired Marine. In the Malesu district, Franklin Champaco took the win down there, and Steve Cruz. Neither of those two are veterans. I think Steve's dad is a veteran, as well as Franklin Champaco's dad. Anthony Chargalev in Alahan, he's a veteran. Vicente Taidagui in Talafofo, he's a veteran. Now we have Brian Terlahi and Bill Kenga. Brian Terlahi won that one. I don't believe either of those two are veterans. If they are,
hi, Brian. Congratulations.
I thought you didn't want me to read this.
He's my friend. I have to say it.
Oh, my goodness.
I told him if I lived in Jonya, I would vote for him, but
okay.
I don't. I live in Jigo.
Over in Chalampago, we have Wayne Santos. Wayne supported us at the boot camp. He delivered some.
Some food.
Some food for the veterans. I think he's not. He wasn't. He ran unopposed on the Democrat side. And of course, this is just the primary. Robert Hoffman on the Sinahanya side. We have Aganya Heights, Richard Arroyo, Kevin Masnayan. Richard Arroyo took that one. Okay. For those of you that might not know, Richard's father-in-law is Carl Gutierrez. He's a veteran.
All right.
We have Rudy Paco over from MTM. I don't believe Rudy is a veteran. However, he's a big supporter of ours. Okay. June Blas, I don't believe she's a veteran, unopposed in the Barragata side election. Manila Mayor, it doesn't look like for the Democrats, they didn't show anyone. They had a total of 94 votes there. What do we have? Tamuning Mayor on the Democrat side, nothing showing. In Dededo, Peter John Beneventi, I'm not sure if he's a veteran. We have Francis Lizama for Jigo, unopposed. Ruben Herrera for Hoggett Vice Mayor. So we're now looking like we're moving into the vice mayors now. So Ruben Herrera in Hoggett. We have Barragata Jesse Bautista. I don't believe he's a veteran. In Manila, no vice mayor on the Democrat side. Tamuning vice mayor. Hey, wait a minute, it's not showing on here.
Okay, so while he's looking at all of that, I'm going to say hello to all the veterans watching us online.
Oh, okay.
So as you were, talking about all the body stuff, Jose goes Anatomy 101.
we by the way, we
hilarious.
We have to do that when we are filing for our.
Yes, I know,
claims.
but you just kept, spitting out all the stuff that you normally do with the veteran.
All right.
So Elizabeth Kichichu says, watching with you all. And then Wayne Murray, aloha from Hawaii.
Hey.
Hello, Wayne. Remember, we had him in studio.
Yes, we did. Long time
Are you
no
on
talk.
Guam? Are you going to? No, you're on Guam. Are you coming to Guam soon? Because isn't your new boss transitioning out? Or was he with the old boss?
Yeah, the old one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oparo's still there.
Okay. You almost done?
No, ma'am. We're just on the Democrat side.
Okay, but this was also printed in the paper, talked about in all, right?
So I'll try to go through and
Jose?
hit all the veterans then. Okay.
Let's move on.
And Leon Guerrero. I think maybe you don't like the Democrat side.
You are listening to The Point 93.3. You can call in at 671-888-TALK. Jose, I think Anthony's a little rusty over here.
So
trying to
we have Vice Mayor Leon Guerrero Ann, who took but that one's going to be a runoff because that's between it says Ann Leon Guerrero and Samnak Obina. Okay, hang on now.
He's almost done, veterans.
Vice Mayor Pedro Blas unopposed. Now we're down to the delegates on the Democrat side. Ginger Cruz, after her was Shelton, Amanda, and then Mike St. Nicholas. Neither of those folks in the Democrat side are veterans. Now we move into her favorite side, the Republicans. So Tony Atta was the top vote getter. He's a veteran. Sabrina came in second. Frank Blas is a veteran. Jesse Lujan, not a veteran. However, he's a big supporter of our veterans. His chief of staff, Marvin, is a veteran.
Yes, Chris
okay.
Estimo.
And then now he has one of our good friends over there. We hear Daryl. Daryl from the studios over there now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We think. I mean, it's unofficial at the moment. Just like this.
It's a thumbs up.
Oh,
Thumbs
he
up.
is. So Daryl is over there.
Yes.
Hello, Daryl. Okay. And then we have, so that was Jesse. Then comes Chris Duenas. Chris Duenas is supposed to be the Republican for our veterans. Vice committee chair. He comes in after Dwayne. We have Tello Taidagui. Tello was at our fundraiser.
She was, yes.
Yes. So she's also a supporter of our veterans. We had Shelly Calvo. I don't believe she's a veteran. Joanne Brown, not a veteran, but I believe her dad was a veteran. Sean Gumatautau, not a veteran. Vincent A.V. Borja.
Veteran.
He's a veteran.
Yes, veteran.
Okay. We have Vic Gaza. Vic Gaza was on our show. He's not a veteran, but he's a supporter of veterans. Okay, we have William Payne. I think Tom Fisher is a veteran.
Is he? Maybe.
I believe so. Bistra Mendiola, I don't believe is a veteran. We have Mike Gumatautau over in Hagutnya. He took that one over Jovina San Augustine.
San Augustine.
Jovina is
Jovi is AKA Jovi.
Is married to a veteran.
Yes.
Okay. What else do we got? Jesse Alleg, not a veteran. But he's very supportive and had us come to the village and help us set things up to have our boot camps there.
Okay. We're almost done.
Hang on, ma'am. We're just in Hoggett right now. Kevin Siswico beat out Raymond Arceo. Raymond is a veteran.
Yes.
Yeah. And Raymond also is in charge of, what is it called?
The yeah, they just opened up their charter school.
The charter school for children.
Horao Academy.
Yes, Horao
Hey,
Academy.
there you go. Yes. So Ray is a veteran. Sorry about that, Ray. Jana Lou Salvador from Santa Rita. Do we know her?
She's a veteran.
She's a veteran. Very good. Okay. Johnny Kanata is the current mayor. He ran unopposed on the Republican side. He is not a veteran. On the Republican side, no Malesu mayor candidates. In Alahan, no, unopposed was Tony Chargaloff. Talafofu unopposed. Now we go into Jotnya. On the other side, it's Debbie Lujan, who beat out Frank Heighton. I'm not sure if either of those are veterans. Tim Flores in Chalampago. I'm not sure if he's a veteran.
Okay.
John
so,
McDonald.
So while Anthony's, going through the list of the
Not
island,
a veteran.
and it's been a few days since the election. So Charlie Hermosa says, "How are you guys? I love the red." And then Charlie Hermosa said, "I wrote you in, Anthony."
I better see that. I will look for it.
Bill Salisbury says, "I love the color red shirts. Haggett, Biba, HMI." And then Vincent Santos says, "Half a day, everyone. I'm producing. We're about to go on break, and we didn't talk about anything yet."
Yes, we are. We're talking about all the veterans that are running. Alan Agakta, not a veteran. Luis Rivera, not a veteran. Elena Garcia, I'm not sure. Anthony Sanchez, not a veteran. He did allow us to use the place up in the senior citizens for our boot camp. Mm-hmm. Christopher Farron from Hoggett, not a veteran. Let's see, who else do we got? Edward Tosco, not sure if he's a veteran. That's from Manila. Albert Tovis, vice mayor for Tamuning Tuman.
He's a veteran, yes.
He's a veteran. Delbert Calvo, I'm not sure. Okay. We have Renee Hellett from Vice Mayor Frederico, not sure. No one for Jigo. And the delegate for Congress, it was Jim Moylan. He's a veteran.
He's a veteran, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're done?
Now we're done with...
Are you sure? Because we have to go on a break now.
Do we?
And we didn't talk about anything veterans.
Yes, we did. We talked
about the election. The election was on Saturday.
All the veterans that ran.
It's already Monday. It's 2 days old.
All right. Break time.
The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Visitors Bureau, in collaboration with Choice Broadcasting, bring you Tanel Live on Guam. Join us for 2 shows. Thursday, September 5th for a tropical night with Tanel, an intimate unplugged VIP show at the Hotel Nico Guam. And Saturday, September 7th for the general concert at Jeff's Pirates Cove. Enjoy the beautiful concert space down south, complete with UOG booths and vendor pop-ups. Tickets on sale at Guam time.
Fox Facts.
The Eiffel Tower stands as the centerpiece of the 2024 Summer Olympic Games in Paris. It's named after engineer Gustave Eiffel, whose company designed and constructed the landmark between 1887 and 1889. Officially standing at 984 feet tall, the Eiffel Tower can actually grow by over 6 inches during the summer months due to a fascinating phenomenon known as thermal expansion. This effect occurs because the tower is constructed from iron, a material that expands and contracts with temperature fluctuations. When summer temperatures rise in Paris, the heat causes the iron to expand, pushing different parts of the structure outward and increasing its height. Additionally, the side of the tower facing the sun expands faster than the other 3 sides, causing the entire structure to lean about 6 inches away from the sun. In contrast, during the colder winter months, the iron contracts, causing the tower's height to decrease. Matt Murphy, Fox News.
And we're back, and I'm going to lead this part because Anthony is going to talk about things that happened 2 days ago. Hello, Anthony?
Hey, everyone, we are back. Thank you, Jose.
Help me.
You're on.
You're listening to us on 92.3 at The Point. You can call in at 671-888-TALK. I'm not sure how much time you have because Anthony spent the first 30 minutes talking about the election.
That's important.
It is important.
If you're on our chat groups,
but it's already Monday.
We compared it to running for office and
the Olympics.
The Olympics. Yes.
Yes.
We also talked about maybe...
We're doing a recap of the week, sir.
Now, on to Miss Karina.
Yes. Recap of the past 2 weeks. It was the Guam Liberation 80th celebration. Then the last time we were in studio, we were at Boot Camp 31, so we wrapped that up in Essen. And then there was a fundraiser. So for those that do not know who Anthony and I are, we are the hosts of this radio show, but we are also part of a nonprofit organization called HMI. It's a veteran nonprofit organization. And so we are very involved with the community. We do a lot of things with veterans, and we hold this monthly benefits boot camp where we teach the process about how to file your claim and tell you what all comes with each percentage and the benefits on your benefits. So we had a fundraiser at Tom Home. It's a veteran-owned bar. It's owned by Tewid. Okay, how do you say his last name? Because I'll screw it up.
Marissa Bang.
Can you talk into the
Marissa Bang?
Because your mic is over there.
It's kind of canted to the side, kind of like cool.
Okay, fine.
Hello.
Yes, but you're turning your head and I cannot hear you. That means if I can't hear you, the veterans, no one can hear you.
All right, ma'am, you're on. Go.
Okay. And then we had a few chatting with the coach events. And then we attended Chamber of Commerce meeting between the 2 congressional delegates. That was semi-heated.
Yeah,
No?
sorta.
And only one question was asked from the audience. You were going to ask a question, but by the time you got up there, I think the time was over.
That's correct.
And then we talked about, if any veterans are listening, there is a projected 2025 increase in Social Security and COLA, which would be 2.65% increase. We won't know what the actual figure is until October 10, but I pushed that out too if you're in any of our chat groups. And then we attended the Guam Chamber of Commerce meeting with General Polensky on Friday?
Was that a Friday? Yes.
I think Friday. I don't know. We do too many things. I think Friday.
That was Friday.
Yes, Friday. So I told Anthony that I wanted to talk about his side hustles. He has 3 side hustles.
But what did he say that I often say? Guam's the most patriotic place in the United States.
He did say that. He was
I'm going to charge him for that.
He told us lots of stories. Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Awesome talk. For those of you that are worried about what's going on, General Polensky comes from a special ops background, and he said if anything happens, he will be right out there in the front lines. And he says we have very, very capable folks, and the things that we can do as a fighting force are far greater than much of what our adversaries have. So fear not, he says.
So his side hustles.
Oh, Boonie Dogs.
One is the Boonie Dogs.
Yes.
Take care of the Boonie Dogs. Second is the abandoned cars.
Abandoned vehicles, yes.
And then he would like to plant more
fruit trees.
Fruit trees.
Yes.
Yes. And I know he's pushing what is it, the garden in the box? The pre You've seen it, right, Jose? Are you on his Facebook page? It's like a pre-garden.
Yeah, somebody pre-seeds a garden box, and you can pick one up if you're on. If those are on base.
Yes, if you live on base.
Oh, and then he planted that one mango tree that has a rich history.
Oh, yes.
The Cecilia, right?
Yes, the tree.
Yes.
That was a nice story.
It sure was.
And we're not going to tell it because we're going to save it for when he's on air with us sometime in September.
I just got a message from Mr. Frank Charfros, and he wanted me to let folks know that VA rates have dropped. So,
VA rates?
Yeah,
what do you mean? What does that mean?
VA home loans.
Oh, that's good. So where's
Yes.
Frank Charfros from?
I think he is with Penn Fed, if I'm not mistaken.
So the percentages, you mean, for the home loans?
Yes.
Okay.
So we should look into that.
And if any veterans listening, in order to get your VA home loan, all you have to do is create a VA.gov account and download your certificate of eligibility. It's so easy.
And also with that, right, I think we were at the meeting with Siska Hautapea when we did the chamber breakdown, and the second leading home buying group were actually veterans on island. So when we start talking about why we need to take care of our veterans and help with the things that are here on island, if we can get all our veterans to use their VA home loans, then, you know, there'll be more home ownership out here from our veterans, especially our locals. And by the way, we have very many folks that do come here and get stationed here and are making Guam their home as well. So we not only have our homegrown veterans, we have those that make Guam their home, and, you know, we should welcome them.
Yes. So I also wanted to talk about the upcoming Veteran Symposium that the HMI is hosting. I just want to read a few of the people that will be attending. So the first part of the symposium, we start at 7:30 to 8 is check-in, and some of the people that will be there presenting is Department of Labor, Social Security Office, West Care, Red Cross, Solomon's Porch, Dr. Root, Raylene Teitzenel, we had her on the show, Certified Advanced Grief Recovery Specialist, WPVC, what does that one stand for?
Western Pacific Veterans Coalition, I believe.
Okay, that's with Marlene, right?
Yes.
Marlene, okay. American Legion, ESGR, and DISID. There are a few more. So these are just the, I think the list will be finalized hopefully by the end of this week. But this is what we have so far. And if you haven't registered, go on to Eventbrite and then just search HMI, and you can register. The tickets are selling fast. So we went to check it today. And what did it say? It said going fast.
Yes.
Going fast. And then we're going to feed you. Yeah. Every day. And then it's at the Guam Museum. And thank you to Payless Foundation. We were one of the recipients of the Kick the Fat 5K, and this is the project that we used it on. Thank you for the grant funding. And then Guam Museum also did assist us in the location. So if anyone would like to join, just register on Eventbrite.
Very good.
Yes. And then some upcoming events. We took care of some today. So after the symposium, there is our first ever golf tournament.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At Onward? Talifofo Onward Golf
Resort.
I don't know, what is the word? TG. If there's the golfers have an acronym for it. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be there. That's on October 5th. And then the next one is Ambrose 75th anniversary. I know we did a whole show about it. Flags of Honor is coming. Folds of Honor is coming. Rocky Sickman. And that is a really great story. That whole episode that we did.
And if you continue to buy Budweiser beer between now and September, the proceeds will go to the Folds of Honor.
Yes.
So for those of you that like Budweiser, get out there and purchase that Budweiser beer because it's going to go to a good cause. That would be to Folds of Honor. Yes. If any of you are interested in that, John Myers, everybody knows John Myers.
Yes, apparently everyone knows
John Myers is the guy who is spearheading that with Rocky Sigmund coming here. And he's going to go around the island and do some talks, inspirational talks to kind of just, share his history and story and what's been going on with Folds of Honor, and just the whole idea behind what he had been through as one of the folks involved in the Iran.
Oh, he was a POW. During the Iranian crisis, yes. And he even wrote a book.
And he wrote a book. Yes.
You can find it on Amazon. So Steve, what did Steve say? Online, Steve said, the above veteran transportation service is not even available in North Carolina. So I know Steve's been sharing in the chat. I guess veterans have been seeing the shuttle more often. So this is the veteran shuttle that can pick you up from your home and take you to your veterans appointments and back home. But I think it only operates I'm not sure, maybe 7:30 to 4:30, because I know in Hawaii
it can't be 4:30.
It's what?
They close at 4.
He put a schedule on the chat also. I don't know if you see it above there. Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3:30. Oh, this is weird. 3:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Guam time, and call 48 hours prior to scheduled U.S. Veterans Affairs related appointments.
Yes.
So is this transportation as far as?
It's a shuttle from your home to your appointment.
3 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Yes. So it's a veteran. It's a service by the Veterans Affairs.
Got it.
They pick them up. It's a government shuttle that picks them up from their home and takes them to your appointment. Yes, free of charge.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Yes, because we have to fall under Hawaii time.
Oh, so that's the Hawaii time?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And then Ike Aseki says, "Hoit, hoit, good evening."
All right. Hello, Ike.
I know there were a few changes that you wanted to read about.
Which ones were those?
Some of the veteran changes that are happening. The articles.
The updates?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So there are the two forms, the 0781 and 0995.
Oh, yes.
For those of you that are experts out there, those forms have actually been updated. There are a lot of information that our veterans need to be provided, and we really need all of our organizations and our folks to come together and push that information out, because our veterans here in Guam are starving for that information. And if it doesn't get out, it's not going to be helpful for them. And there's no way for them to use the service if they don't know what the services are or where they're at or how to get to him. And we have to continue to do that. And we don't say this because we don't want them to give it to us. We are dying for you to give it to us. Give that information every opportunity you get. If you want, send it to us. I will spend the first 30 minutes the same way I did to push out all this information as long as our veterans get it. And if our veterans need the information, we need to give it to them. And I think a lot of things are working out and getting better.
Okay, so Steve added that's the time you have to call. So when he said the days to call, the time to call, those are the only times you can call, and you can't even call on a Monday. I mean, I'm happy for the service, but I'm also sad that
that ought to be fixed, because if this is a local service with bus drivers, they ought to be able to call when we're awake.
Yep. I agree.
And we still have that challenge.
Let's work on that, people.
Yeah.
And we still have that challenge even today with, we still get folks that call us in from Hawaii, and, they're up at our 4 o'clock in the morning. Thankfully, a lot of our veterans have insomnia, and they have a hard time sleeping. But shy of that, right, they should be calling at, more godly hours, if you will, so that, the decent people can, still be able, because not everybody has insomnia.
Here. So what we're talking about, Steve just confirmed. So call 671-475-5833, Tuesday to Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hawaii time, which is 3:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Guam time, which means we need to stay up until 3 a.m. to call. That's ridiculous.
Okay, we're about to take another break here because Miss Karina's been talking for the last 15 minutes.
You took up the whole 25. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Point, 93.3. We'll be right back.
All right.
The UOG Endowment Foundation and Guam Visitors Bureau, in collaboration with Choice Broadcasting, bring you To Now, live on Guam. Join us for 2 shows. Thursday, September 5th, for a tropical night with To Now, an intimate, unplugged, VIP show at the Hotel Nico Guam with marmar making and local vendor pop-ups. And Saturday, September 7th, for a family-friendly Triton Festival at Jeff's Pirates Cove. Enjoy the cultural performances, UOG outreach booths, and a vendor pop-up of UOG alumni by the beautiful beachside. Tickets now on sale at Guam time. Special thanks to our sponsors, United Airlines, KUAM, J&G Enterprise, Heineken, ASC Trust, GTA, Matson, Docomo, Raymond James, Trivision Media, The Dugout, and Alter Ego. Hosted by me, Shanzi B from Star 101, and Drew RC from The Dugout. Support college affordability by attending these 2 shows.
BK Melt are back at Burger King. Our new Philly Melt is topped with warm peppers and onions, melty Swiss cheese, and royal sauce on a toasted bun. Also available, the classic with caramelized onions and stacker sauce. Top off your meal with our new mozzarella fries, refreshing Coca-Cola, and our birthday pie. Available for a limited time only. BK Tumon Bay, Hagutnya, Micronesia Mall, and the airport. Thank you for 35 years. You rule.
Oh, we're back. Yes.
Almost.
Now we're back. Now we're back. Yes, we're back. He's teasing me, Jose. He's telling me, no, we're not back. So before we take the call, we wanted to just invite all the veterans because, if a commission has a meeting, you're allowed to go. That's why it is publicly, advertised?
Yes, government money.
Government money, government advertised. So the next Veteran Commission meeting is on Friday, August 9, 3:30 p.m. in the large conference room at Adelup. And yes, veterans were supposed to have been going to these meetings for as long as they've been held. Let me just add this real quick from Charlie Hermosa.
Okay.
Hi, Joanne Fullerton. She says, good evening. There's 2 shuttle buses now. Charlie said drivers are EMT certified. And then Charlie Hermosa said, we had a family member pass last week. He was checked locally and advised he needed to go to Hawaii. He never made it. We need to fix this now. The family went to GOVA and received terrible service, almost like they were bothering them, coming in to ask questions about VA cemetery. That's not right. Can we get a hold of Senator San Nicolas? Charlie's asking. That's a great segue into what we want to talk about next. Go ahead, Anthony.
So I know that one of the things that's been going on is there are a lot of updates on va.gov. And, you know, this symposium that we are putting together is the 3rd annual, right? Which means that there's been no other more consistent put together event for veterans where veterans can sit there and listen to the information from our leadership and from these veteran service organizations and ask the questions. I mean, these things that we're talking about right now are the things that we should be getting together not just to talk about, but to do something about. Because if you think about it, right, I mean, it's so sad to hear that, you know, a veteran had passed. And, you know, unfortunately, the way some other people look at it is, well, if they're going to pass, they're going to pass. But it's much better if we look at it from, well, did we do everything we could to prevent their passing? And if we did, then, you know, good on us. I mean, there are some things that can be done, but there's some things we just can't avoid. But if we're not there to do what we're supposed to, then maybe we need to start working on trying to get that. And it's not about finger pointing. It's about, hey, what do we need to do? I mean, it's kind of like what we do at the task force, right? Everybody sits down and we talk about what should we do. I mean, that's how we got the ad put together so that the commission could get running.
Well, at the task force, we don't talk about what we should do. We actually do.
And then, you know, that's also where Year of the Veteran was born out of. And on top of that, it's what General Polensky said. Guam is the most patriotic place he's been to. And guess what? That's what we've been talking about. Because per capita, we have the most. And he said it. And he's a general, so he's got to be somebody that knows things. So anyway, va.gov. We need to get folks on that system. We need you to go file or find a way to get onto the va.gov. If you need some help and there's nobody else out there that would help you, we have chatting with the coach. We could show you how to do it and get you on that system. They are moving to that, which is another reason why I don't know why we adjusted forms. Well, I mean, I know why, because some people still work with hard copy, right?
And I think we still have a phone call.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You let me get so deep down in these
I'm trying, Jose. You got to rein him in here.
Okay, here we go. We're going to answer the call. Hello.
Half a day. How you guys doing? This is Steve from Dedido.
Oh, my favorite Steve from Dedido.
Yeah, I just want to clarify the Veterans Transport Services. Okay, it just so happened that I was at CBOC with my appointment, and I saw the bus, so, you know, got curious.
Well, we've been sharing it, Steve, since we knew about it.
Yeah, so that number is, you can only call Hawaii time.
Wow.
Which is Tuesday to Saturday.
That's really
sad.
sad.
From 3:30 to 12 p.m. our time.
Okay.
So we can call them from Tuesday from 3:30 in the morning. And they can wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, as a veterans, we're trained to be, you know, flexible, right? Flexibility is the key to air superiority. That's what the military train us. You know, hurry up and wait. Pretty much
Steve,
about time.
we're not going to stay up till 3 a.m., 3:30.
It's Hawaii time. Listen, guys, okay? Think positive. The services are being provided to the veterans. North Carolina don't even have that because I called my father-in-law. 3:30 in the morning, that's Hawaii time. And Tuesday, all the way to 12 p.m. So you can wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And between 12 noon, you can call Hawaii on Tuesday through Saturday and schedule. If you want to be picked up, they will ping your location on the map. They found my house.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have to call it 48 hours prior.
Okay.
Oh, wow, so you tested it.
To your schedule appointment. That's including your CNP exams. So, you know.
Oh, for CMP exams too. Wow.
Which means you're not going to get a check in the mail because the VA paid for it.
Which is
only $5.81 compared to how much you're going to spend on the gas looking for a parking space.
Right.
Because they can take you to. They took me to GRMC.
Very good.
And I know they can take you anywhere. And this is one of the things that I've been listening to the political debate, right? And they're saying that VA is not doing anything to our veterans. They are.
They are.
We may not have a clinic. We may not have a hospital, but we have a clinic. that, those are local employees, local residents that we have. They're working so hard to provide services for our veterans. And they have that option, you guys should know, that care in the community.
So, and Steve, this veteran transportation service is great, and the VA had an opportunity to share this to a crowd of over 100. We've invited VA CBOC, we've invited VA Hawaii, and they declined our invitation to present at our third annual.
And here's the thing, right, Steve?
Symposium.
I hear what.
But, I have had the number for the driver. If you want, I can have him call you guys.
Yeah, Steve, and this is great information, and I like your attitude, right? We have to be positive, because if all we do is talk about negative things, right, it's not going to help all our other veterans, right?
Yes, we have to take a look at it, right? We keep talking bad about the VAs, and I say, man, I'm not going to pay attention to Guam. All they do is they're not grateful about what we provided for veterans here in Guam. The biggest problem that we have, okay, I admit to the fact, because I know a lot of the fellow veterans that don't register, they want to file claims. I've known one that retired 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And when I ask him, say, hey, sir, did you apply for your claims? I'm reliable. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
A couple months ago, I asked him, say, hey, sir, did you finally file a claim? And he has his old smile, say, yeah, boy, I have 70%. I said, sir, that's 10 years ago. You could have applied. So, my advice to the fellow veterans, right? Apply.
Yes.
Or if you get approved, it's good for you. It's not just for you, for your family, and it's also for your health.
Well,
because we kept saying that they're not doing for veterans, but we have to do our part as a veteran.
Right, but
you have to apply because it's not automatic.
But also, Steve, you got to remember, it's not just for the veterans; it's also for the economy. Because the economy is going to grow because we provide the jobs to care for us, and it'll also bring all the specialty care out here. Because if we keep trying to fly to Hawaii, Hawaii's going to get all the specialty.
Realistically talking, right? The Guam could have been maintained specialist here. They talk about certification that they don't want to have somebody on Guam to practice medicine if they're not U.S. certified. But guess what? We send our people to the Philippines for checkup. So if we can trust doctors in the Philippines to take care about people here in Guam, why can't we do the same thing when they come here?
Yeah. Well, and
why can't we allow them to give them some leeway to say, okay, we give some time to get your certification. You can probably provide services, but it's a lot of hypocrisy. It's not okay to practice here in Guam, but we send our people to the Philippines to be taken care of by Filipino doctors.
Well,
they're so-called not U.S. certified.
And this is also the reason why we need to get a veteran facility, whatever size or whatever it is that we need, of our own.
It's a process, right? Because even Hawaii, it's co-located to the Department of Defense, right? In Hawaii, the Matsunaga Clinic.
Spark and Matsunaga, yes, next to Tripler.
Is that a VA hospital?
It's a VA clinic, and that's an Army hospital.
Right.
Okay, so VA clinic. Okay, Guam, Hawaii is 10 times, 20 times bigger than Guam. They don't even have a VA hospital, so you have to appreciate what they provide for us.
But hold on, but Steve, hold on real quick. Chico, California. Don't forget, and Chino.
That's a bigger place.
No,
it's not.
Stop.
It's not.
You have to listen to this.
You have to appreciate what VA is provided.
But wait.
It's not enough, Steve. It's not enough.
Okay. Hold on.
We cannot just dream big all the time, but
No.
We have to dream big, or we're never going to get it.
I understand, but it's not just you guys. It's not going to take HMI. It's not going to take
watch us
local organization. It's going to take a representative at the Congress, our liaison office, a lot of lobbying effort that we have to do. So it's a step at a time. Appreciate what we have for now. We have CBOC. They can open a clinic by JRMC. It will take care of our veterans. So if you can afford care here, the VA, you guys know for a fact the VA will process you to be transported to Hawaii, because we do the same thing for local people.
Yeah, but that's a long time coming, Steve. So what Anthony wanted to tell you was about Chico and
for the time being. Remember what we talk about. get a veterans registered. So I think it's all about the numbers.
Well, and we're getting there, but I don't want people to get the misconception that the VA isn't caring for smaller numbers, because that's not the truth.
That's what I hear all the time when they have political debate.
Yeah,
what you think I step up to the plate and testify for something that I know I'm retired.
Yeah.
But when I have fellow veterans testify, I'm not being taken care of. Veterans are crying because VA is not providing services for them. That's wrong. Because probably those veterans did not apply. Those veterans that applied but was not qualified or did not get approved for the claims they're claiming. Because one thing in the old days, the old school, we always told that suck it up.
Yeah.
Right now, before I retired from the Guam National Guard, I told them, go get seen, have things documented. Because you know what, sucking it up, you're sucking out the benefits away from you and away from your family.
That's right. And that's why we tell you what we tell you, right, too, Steve, and that's why we brought you on board, because we want to hear those things when you come to the task force, because there are many folks that don't come to the task force, and there are many folks, like you said, that are doing that. But in the end, we also must continue to take those folks and take the folks that don't want to be a part of this, because they all become people that need to take care of being a part of that VA medical facility that we're trying to put together.
As a start, I know you guys attended that meeting on the underlying the outlying areas and Freelance State meeting held in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And I believe it's going to have one here in Guam.
Yeah, it's coming up.
I have spoken to some of our elected officials that we cannot place somebody, unclassified employee in the community to represent Guam. It has to be coming from one of our organizations, probably, right? One of you guys.
Yeah.
And also one from a classified employee from a Guam Office of Veterans Affairs, so that there's a continuity.
Yeah. We'll catch up some more, Steve. We'll keep working together. All right, brother. Take care.
We'll see you guys
Steve.
next week.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
The Point is KUSG, Hagåtña, Guam, 93.3 FM and 104.3 HD3.
This is a Fox News alert. Fears of a recession. I'm Ted Lindner, Fox News. The concerns coming after Japan's stock market suffered its biggest ever one-day loss today. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer with more.
Japan's benchmark Nikkei index dropping 12% in the worst single-day decline since 1987. It's the third straight session of big declines as fears of a deeper economic slowdown unnerved traders already concerned about rising tensions in the Middle East. It follows weak U.S. jobs data and the Wall Street seeing the NASDAQ index falling into correction territory last week. The steep decline in Japan now causing worries ahead of the Wall Street opening this morning. Dow futures are already down over 500 points.
Hurricane Debbie making its way towards Florida as the state braces for impact. The storm strengthening into a hurricane on Sunday night. Meteorologist Noah Bergeron of Fox TV affiliate WOFL in Orlando with more.
Kind of like Beryl in a sense. There's two competing little eye walls in two blobs of convection, one on each side of the center. And it's really kind of interesting to see which one's going to take over, and could there be some rapid intensification? Landfall is expected between 7 and 9:30 a.m. for the Orlando area. Downpours, rain, wind throughout the morning and midday. That'll be the peak of this event. Still possible it could get up to Category 2 strength. And from there, a tropical storm over South Georgia reemerges over the Atlantic. It could re-strengthen. Then it hooks back into the Carolinas and will just sit and spin. And it's possible it does a couple of loops through the rest of the week off the coast of South Carolina.
Latest advisory has the storm with sustained winds of 80 miles an hour. And Vice President Kamala Harris still searching for a running mate. She spent the weekend meeting with a few candidates. The Democratic National Convention now just 2 weeks away. America's listening to Fox News.
The world
world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course, listen to The Quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
The U.S. beefing up military presence in the Middle East as Israel braces for potential attacks from Iran and its proxies. Fox's Alex Hogan has more.
The Israeli government urging civilians to remain on high alert. This as the country's defense minister held a briefing on the potential scenarios and likelihood of what an Iranian attack could look like and the potential threat amid extremely high tensions here in the Middle East. 10 months into the war, continued fighting in Gaza. Hamas says that Israeli strikes killed as many as 44 people on the Strip, and Hamas is still holding on to offensive capabilities. Today, the group fired half a dozen rockets reaching as far north as central Israel.
Iran has threatened to respond after Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and senior Hezbollah commander Fuad Shukr were both killed. The Senate Majority Leader warning about a surprising potential problem for American prisoners recently released from Russian custody.
As America celebrates the